Okay, so I played a game yesterday, and I'm very unhappy with it. I did win, however I blundered an exchange, I almost blundered a piece on multiple occasions. My opponent made a slight error which immediately gave back the exchange and put me in a slightly better endgame, which I did win. I don't really want to look at that honestly, because the opening also, it was a Queen's Indian, and I'm not expecting to see a Queen's Indian all that often, so I'm just gonna do some puzzles, I think, and probably gonna do this for like an hour, and we'll see. I think I see it. It's a double attack here. I mean, the initial idea is that this rook is attacked, so you can move the rook or counter attack, and I see a checkmate here, but there's also attacks the bishop, and I think that must just be it. And I think oh, what if f4? Oh, but interesting. I do have this check, and then there's no such counter threat punch anymore. Okay, good. So I can see this interesting line and this interesting line, and there might be some check here. So this line is also kind of interesting. The knight is hanging. That's also interesting. I'm down a piece, so it doesn't really look like taking the knight is probably accurate. It could be, but I think it's more likely something like this. But where is it? Oh, I also have this bishop attack, maybe. Is that a mate threat? Not really sure. Doesn't really seem like it. Let's see. Let's say that my opponent does something silly to save the knight, for example. Take here, forced, check. Oh, I win the piece. Ooh, that's also interesting. No, it's similar to that. Okay. So there. No. Here. I can't really go back with my queen, because then the king just returns. But maybe I can go back here. Oh wait, there's a rook here. I can just take, and then forcing the king up somewhere. I have this. I don't have that check. Wow. I have that check in that case. Going here. I think they're out. Oh wait, now the rook hangs. Okay. That's good enough. So there, take here. Oh, that's obviously impossible. Here, bishop there, and that's just mate. Okay, so this is an actual threat that they need to defend. How do you defend here? I mean, you can try to run. Check. Oh, that's just mate in 2. Okay. G3 maybe, but maybe I can just sack the rook here. Actually I absolutely can, because take, king has to go there, and then it's mate. So here G3 is like the main move in those types of main options at least. And I sack, well, it's not really a sack. King h1, I have a nice move, rook g1. So they have to just go up again. Oh, but then it's here. And I can block with the knight. I mean, it must be bishop. This, yeah. Oh, rook. I didn't even see that. Does that work? Yes, well, but I take the rook. Is that good enough? Looks like it. So take here, check, there, and then I just take the rook. Okay, good enough. Didn't even have to show that. Okay. So this is this must be a mate trick, because otherwise you just lose. There's this nice idea of knight knight a6 check. Here then knight c7, king back. No. It must be like checks, because they're threatening mate in 1 and I don't see how to stop that other than to run the king. And like, then I'm just down a queen. And an I'm down quite a bit actually. A queen and a rook and an exchange. Wow. Okay. But they don't matter because we're attacking here. So it must be this. And if they take, I think it's here, here. Maybe that's not as easy as I thought it would be. Take there. Am I missing something? Definitely, but I haven't found the correct move yet. I'm not missing, like, yeah. I'm not necessarily missing something in this line. So the idea is that it opens up here. So here, if I go here, then the king gets attacked and must move. So there. Now what? Is it just a perpetual? No, not necessarily. So it's... What if I do this first? But then the king can move forwards, which might not be good. Oh, actually, that's bad. You can't move forward because then I sack the bishop, give this check, must go here, and then knight a6 is mate. Okay, that's a start. So you can't move up, you have to go here. Then same idea, then I just sack the bishop. So it's always here, always sack the bishop, and then mate. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, we're under check, so that means that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 legal moves to consider. And like the only legal move or the first legal move to consider is just taking the bishop. It also attacks the queen. Materials currently we're down a pawn. But maybe this is still fine. Oh, I see it. It's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so the issue with taking the bishop is that they take the knight. So I need to defend the knight, and the knight is already kind of defended like this, but there's a pawn in the way. So what if I just sack the pawn and then take the bishop? Yeah, there we go. Okay, next one. Because they couldn't take the knight because then the queen defends. Okay, I can see quite a bit already. So this diagonal is very interesting, blocks off the king a bit. The king is actually pretty weak. So I wanted to see what if I move to this diagonal here. Take away these squares. Now there are 4 legal moves. Moving one of the 3 pieces, or actually 3 only. Moving the rook or the queen here, or moving forward. Moving out. But I don't think that's playable. Check. I'm down a piece, so they can just maybe sack the piece here. Oh, actually I also have this check. That's also interesting. You must block with the rook. Check. Oh, then they can run away maybe. So I think it's still this. That looks more accurate. Check some way. Unclear yet. But the king just runs away, I think. I'm fairly certain. Option 2 I saw was sack the rook. Take, and then I get this square to give a check. King moves up. Rook checks, but then like this is almost that's actually enough, I think. Yeah, okay, so it's not sacking the rook. I'm fairly certain it's not sacking the rook. I mean, I'm still considering this. And maybe I then block the way out. And threaten this mate while winning a queen. And the king has no squares. What does white do in that position? They can't really block the d file, so they can't block this file, so the king can't run away there. They can't play this, I don't think. Oh, maybe that's the issue. So check. Oh, note they can't do that because the bishop is pinned. But check, king here, block. Block the king off, and then bishop. The bishop might be able to block there. Oh, but then... Oh, I just realized I can take here. Like, at that point. Is that good? I mean, they can return, but then I can just return and I've won a pawn at least. Probably not relevant. If I win that pawn and a piece, I think that could be useful actually, but I'm afraid that the king after that check just runs away again. So I'm still looking at this as the main line. Or actually there's also this block with the rook. That looks solid. Don't really see it, but maybe I can attack the pinned piece. Like king moves and I don't see it No, I don't see it anymore. Okay, maybe it's not this check then. Because of rook blocks. Oh wait! It sacked the rook and then rook f8. I think that might be it. Anything? I don't think there's anything they can do, and they have to just take the bishop. They take the rook back because otherwise they just get mated. Yeah. Wait. I almost tricked myself. Right? Yeah, that's a trick. Okay, so it's not rook f8. Good thing I spotted this before moving in on that, so it must be something like that. Yes. And I thought that even here they can just block with the bishop. Oh, but they can't because my queen also attacks that square. Yeah, there we go. Gotcha. Okay, so this is a I think this this is a specific theme where I can attack the king, check, force it into the h7 square where it's on this same diagonal, and then I have a double attack. But maybe it's that, and then I go here, because the only move to prevent mate is g6. Then I do this. That's better. Okay. Rook versus 2 pawn endgame. Interesting. Here you can't go there to stop it, so you have to go here and then that. And then just h7, right? I think so. I think that just wins. Yeah, it does. Okay. Ooh, I see something pretty. If I play rook c7, I want to use this pawn. If I play rook c7, rook takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, I end up with a piece versus no piece. Rook c7, bishop takes e7, pawn takes e7. How do you stop that? How do you stop c8 queen? Well, you have to take with the rook, and then I take with the bishop. And then I end up with a piece versus none. Okay, this is probably the idea. But if I take here, they take here, and then this pawn runs. I'm not in the square. So I think I have to do this first. King there, because let's say take there, and then I beat them quite substantially to promotion. Okay, that's a start. So they have to like do something like that, because then I can't take, well, I can still take, but then they take the pawn and I take this pawn, and I still have a pawn here, which gives me time to run like that. So I think that's the idea. And I still think this is the win. Right? Oh, I have to take here then. Okay. Because I miscounted the move. Okay. Next one. Is my king in any danger? Not really. Here I take there, and here I take there. Okay, so that's great. My king is very active. So I want to look at the move d3 with this threat, and I don't see a real good way to stop that. Then there's this move actually. Ah, that's unfortunate. So d3, rook c3, check, king here somewhere. They take the pawn and I lose my rook. But there's definitely something there, right? Maybe I need to prep d3 or something. Maybe it's like rook d to e1. Look at, wait, how do you defend this? Well, you don't. Other rook goes there, and okay, so it's not checkmate. But it is close enough because I just take and then run the pawn. This must be it. Yeah, okay. One thing to mention, by the way, is that it's, I mean, you can figure out, for example here, after rook e8, I can see there's no real way to stop this. I don't need to figure out what way they have to stop it, because yeah, there is no real way, so I don't need to figure out this entire line yet. Okay, so we're back in this position. There's this nice mate idea, maybe. King in the, if the knight is there, king in the corner, then a rook here would be checkmate. Okay, I'm down a piece. I really need this knight in a way, so I can't like slowly set up something like this. Also, that would get me into a rook trade. Actually, no, but take here and then this. Yeah, okay. So I have to use my knight somehow. I can go here or here. Really, realistically, I think it's probably a mate idea. So I think it's should be there. Let's say king moves up, because that looks less reasonable. There is a mate in 3 and I don't know how to stop that. Realistically. Well, okay, there is this and that. It might not be knight f6 then. I also have this move, by the way. I don't think that's something, because even they can even just leave their rook if necessary. I don't need to look at it any further because I'm threatening to still be down material. So I need more than that. What if just regardless this and then check with the attempt to do that, or just move the rook there? Because how do you defend this? Well, that take. Okay, so plan here. Take the knight. Right? No, let's take this pawn then. That's better, probably. Oh, but then I get rook h. Ooh, then I get rook h1. So yeah, you can't do that yet. So you have to do something like, let's say you take the knight, double up on the, or maybe that. But then. Okay, and clear. There are too many arrows, I couldn't see it. I think it's more likely to be this first. And if they ever take the pawn, I play rook h1, because then this is not an issue anymore. So I think it's this and that. Oh, is that an issue? Maybe not. No. Yeah, that. So my plan was to play something like this, but maybe I need to be faster. So check, king there or there, doesn't matter. This check, they take the knight with the king, only move. And then they escape here. Okay. We're not done yet. Rook takes. No. Is it this? No, right? Oh, might be. Because you have to at some point play this, and then I can add the second rook. I'm not sure you're on time. Oh, actually, is it here? Knight g4 check. So if they take, I take with the pawn, and this is unstoppable. And that's part of the point. If they take with the pawn, or if they move their king up, then I get this pawn, check, let's say there, rook. Oh, they can't escape the discovered attack. That's fascinating. Maybe the discovered attack isn't that big of a deal, but it certainly is a thing. I don't see anything better, because the knight is hanging. So, and this also doesn't seem like it works, so it should be there. Okay. Actually, I want to go back. Let's turn that off and let's solve it again. And I want to actually investigate again. Plus point. Okay. Okay, so you're should be -1. plus 2.6 there. Yeah, that's more likely. That's more like it. Knight f6, king g5. Yeah. Knight d7. Okay, now it gives plus 5.5 instead of 0.6. Okay, maybe it just needs to recalculate. Yeah, 5.6. King h7, rook takes. Oh, I guess you have to do this check and then rook g1. Okay, basically the same. Oh, that would have been interesting to that you need to find rook f5 here. Fascinating. And then this is a big issue you have to take. And I'm still uncertain why this is plus 5. But it's whatever. Let's just continue. And let's jump again. Well, actually, can I? No, this is about the rating, which is fine. Maybe I should put it a bit harder. So I now get 2500 rated puzzles. Should climb a bit faster. Okay. Interesting. There's a pawn here. The rook is hanging. My knight gets dominated by the bishop. Queen is kind of active. They're trying to take this pawn, but this is only defended once. So there is this double attack here and there, which also defends this rook. So let's say here and here is variation 1. But queen d5, queen d6 is also an option. Oh, but maybe then I just sack the queen. And they have to sack the queen back and I'm down in exchange. Okay, so that's not working. Oh, wait. Queen d6 doesn't work because I take pawn takes and rook c8. Okay, so it's queen d5. And they have to... Oh, wait a second. Take the rook, take this rook. Oh, I'm still up a piece in the end. Do I need to calculate king takes versus rook takes? Really? Really? So actually I can say this. Regardless how I take back, there's this attack. My queen really only can go in this diagonal, so here or here. That might be relevant. Oh, I can also just take the pawn. Oh, I see the issue. If I take with the king, they take on b2 and have a double attack here, and I can't stop that. So I have to take with the rook. Nice spot. Good. Let's keep going. Okay, so there is a mate issue here. Maybe we're down. We have 2 bishops for a queen. That's not great. There's also maybe some sneaky thing like this going on. Maybe this. If they take, then I'm slightly better. At least. Actually, I'm probably pretty good there. But so this is a threat. So they can defend. And then after queen e2, I don't think there's much anymore. Maybe there's this bishop. No, they just take that, because queen e2 also defends that, and it's with check, so we don't have any matrix on c4. Let's actually look at the last couple of moves. Oh, okay, they just get tricked here. Ooh, fascinating. Oh yeah, you can't take back, nice. And they just sack a piece again. Interesting. So this isn't generated by sacrificing massive amounts of material for an attack or anything. It's just natural occurrence. Kind of natural. What if I just take the pawn with the bishop like that? Because it's kind of pinned. Then I'm down in exchange in the end, so it's not good enough. I also can't seem to find a way to get onto this diagonal with the bishop. Maybe it's take and then here. That might be it. But I just take the rook, bring the second rook, so even if I do get my bishop on the diagonal, it's just a check. Also they can run the king to d1 if they don't bring the second rook. Can I play bishop d3 there? If they sack the exchange, that's still not great for me. So probably no. Winning an exchange is not good enough. Or I just take on d4 with the pawn, because this is a threat. And it's actually a... Is that a mate threat? Well, probably. It's at least a draw. That's how much I can see, because you can sack the queen. If you sack the queen here, I mean you can also sack the queen there. But let's say sack the queen here, then you get an getaway square there. Check here, double check, mate. Okay, so that's a mate here, and let's say that I get a free move, so just to basically calculate if it's a threat or not. Okay, I could win a free full queen there. That's enough. Winning a full queen is enough, and it probably is mate as well at some point. So this is a proper threat of rook c8. I don't see a way to defend rook c8, so you can't stop it. You can't run. You can't really block the check. Maybe move the rook, so if it's a check they can run there. But then I pin the queen. That might not be good enough, honestly. I mean, it's okay. It's arguably good enough. So check, rook moves, check, king moves, pin the queen. I don't know, take. Maybe maybe take, rook here, check, win the queen, take, e6, and then then what? Basically, I have two bishops for one rook, but this pawn is running and there's a rook behind it. I think I'm actually winning in that position because I think I can just use this rook to win the pawn. But it's scary. Scarier than you might expect. So I'm just gonna go for it. Queen f4. I did not see queen f4. Works in the same way probably. Just escape route and run away again. And then this, no, it doesn't actually win the queen yet. Because you can still run. Okay, time to recalculate. I mean, it must be this check. And it can be this check as well. Forcing the king either here or here, but here gives me rook c2 check and they have to go there regardless, so let's say here. They have to go to the first rank regardless. Again, harder than it looks. But it has to basically start with rook c8. Maybe d3. Probably not. d2 isn't even a threat. Do I even care? If rook c8 isn't good, do I even care that? I should really try to be correct in every one of these. Whatever. Okay. Let's... No. I wanna analyze this also a bit. Take here. Okay. Queen... Okay, there are plenty of wins for white. But this gives me the option yes, to take, of course. Okay, and it is really only rook c8. King d2 only move. Okay, it is rook c2, which I assumed. And here, and then I assumed that this would be winning. And this is... I saw that, and with this trick, because the rook blocks, or the rook blocks the queen. So let's say... I actually wanna look at it. Oh, you just take and threaten that mate. Fancy. Rook b3. Yeah, I would not have found that. Okay. So king g1. Oh, rook e2, e2. And threatening here. They have to... Wait, what? And then rook e1. Ah, I see. And now I'm down... And that tricks is still in here. So you're up a piece in the end. But this pawn is actually almost an issue. Interesting. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Do I know this? There are a couple of things. This does ring a bell in some way. So I can't push. If I go back in any way, they just do this, I think. So here, here, here. Oh, then then they can just return, so that doesn't do anything. So it must be here, king g5. But then I let the pawn run. h6 here. No, you have to just take. Actually, can you? Ooh, no, you can't. Well, I mean you can, but it doesn't help you. So maybe here, 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 and then h7. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there, and then I still have to play h6, right? Wait, and then take the pawn, and then promote with check. And take here, take, still promote with check. And that should okay, wait, is that winning? Because with a pawn on f2 and with the king next to it, it's not winning. But the king is very far away and the queen gets there immediately. So and because here I think that's still fine for me, maybe. Oh, but then they get there. Ah, nice. Yeah, okay, so you have to play h6. And then take this pawn. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should. Now, it's fine. I solved it, but maybe if anyone ever watches this, they might actually want to see all of that. Whatever. Not my problem. That's future me's problem. So this traps the queen, but I lose a rook with check, and then I end up with a extra piece if I don't take the rook on b1, right? Oh wait, no, check here, and then the queen moves there. But then I just take back, and then I'm still up a piece. I missed something. Not sure. Not sure what. What did I miss? Take. Oh, I see what I missed. Queen there. It's yeah, okay. Makes sense that I missed that. There are 2 rooks on it, and in that position there are no rooks on it. So I can't take the bishop here. Can I take it with the bishop? Take. Doesn't look. I mean, it looks not terrible. What if I play rook a1? Because here. Oh, that defense. No, because then I get bishop e1. And the bishop is pinned. And the queen can't run from the pin. So here maybe, but then I just take. That's it, yeah. Okay, makes sense. Okay. So there's this obvious move, queen g5. Well, that looks obvious to me because it attacks the king, and there's some big threats here. I can draw a lot of arrows here towards the king with no defense. There's only a pawn. But I don't think there's anything at that point anymore. So maybe I do this first. So let's say run. I mean, I can force the capture. Wait, can I? Am I allowed to castle? I am allowed to castle. That's cool. I'm still allowed to castle. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's probably incorrect then. I can do queen e5, threatening queen takes h2 mate. I mean, this is the only way to stop it. And there might be some capture here or something, I don't know. Oh, I also have this. And then if they block or if they defend, then I give a check on h3 and win the bishop. And like, yeah, that's definitely winning. But maybe they can trade here and play like queen. Oh, they can play queen d1 and just defend the bishop. So king c8. I can even do that as a joke. And then like just rook a1, rook h1. Not sure. I don't think that's good. Maybe then I just have to take the rook. And if they take with the bishop, then like, I mean, if they take with the queen here, I mean, that's still good for me. I can play this or something. If they take with the bishop, I mean, same thing. I think this is the idea, but I should probably... Okay, just go... I really just want to start trying stuff. Okay. Oh! That's the idea. Then you take and then here. And... yeah, okay. Okay. I mean... yeah, that makes sense. Combining all three tricks together. Okay. Let's do... looking at the time a bit, 2 more maybe. 1 or 2 more. We'll see. Okay, so g7 does win a rook, but it also costs a rook. If I trade and this... oh, wait, that's just mate. Well, it's not quite mate. Check there, and g7 looks unstoppable, except that maybe you got perpetual check here. So maybe it's take here. Do I have perpetual check there? Wait a second. Take. I think this might be good. Take here, win the rook. And then, oh, I don't win the bishop. They can still save the bishop. But after I take the rook, I can play g7, and then I just don't need need to not get perpetual, which is probably not gonna happen. No option. I can't take the bishop. I'm down too much material. Also, I'd lose a rook here. It wasn't really part of my consideration, but I saw this trick and I wanted to show off a bit. This threatens mate. This also threatens mate. And it's unstoppable, but then you have perpetual. Probably. Do I have to... I don't want to calculate a perpetual, showing like maybe showing away why it's not perpetual. That sounds awful. Especially since this one is clearly perpetual if I do any of these. Okay. Check, check. Here, here. Let's go back to this. Not taking the rook. Here it's mate, obviously. I can still go back and take the rook. But then it's no longer with check necessarily. So here, here. So this is one. So where are the checks? The checks are here and here. And this one is not an issue if my rook is still alive. And this one I just need to defend in some way, and then I can do basically whatever. I don't think that's actually possible, because I can't get here with tempo. I can't get here because the bishop can't get here with tempo. And with the queen I can't do this, because then this is not again a thing. So this pawn is undefendable, so I have to just give check every single turn. Wait, I just realized I have this as well. Force here, but then they're forced to take the pawn. I mean, I have a perpetual. That might be the... yeah, that might actually be it. I mean, I have a perpetual in multiple ways, I think. But this one is the cleanest one. So taken here, and then the king has to go here. Do I have anything else? I can go... oh, I can go here again. Then they have to go there, otherwise take the... yeah, they have to go here. Only legal... ah, there... that's it. Whoops. Okay, good enough. I mean, rook works, queen works. I like rook. That's checkmate, by the way. Okay, last one. I think this is the only candidate move I have right now. There are a couple of threats the opponent has, stuff like that, maybe. I can't give any other check. I can take here, but then maybe this is again good. I think it's just using this pawn. If they go here, it's mate. So they have to move up. Is it f4? There's no way, right? f4 threatens queen f7 mate. Or, wait, maybe it's just... maybe you just swap them around. f4 check. Here, because... oh, and note. Here, here. I mean, they... okay, they can go there. And here. They can go all of those squares. But if they go to the h file, then I play my rook and to h1, and they have to go to g4 regardless, so they go here. So it's the king is here. No, that gets blocked. Maybe then it's just g7. I think that's basically the idea, and the other way around it's also still g7. It has to be here, here. Maybe f4, maybe interject f4. Oh, if I interject f4 I can trade queens before playing f... No. Wait. Wait this. Okay, I need to properly calculate this, or look at this later, because I missed this entire bishop. But now g7 should work. Okay. So it's here, here, g7. Yes, okay. I need to actually look at this. Apparently it's a draw in this position if you play the best move as black. I'd assume that black is winning here, but apparently not. Well, the king is very unsafe. Yeah, king f8 doesn't work. You have to give this check. I want to look at this. Rook g1, would not have found that. f4 is fine. And then g7 they have to take. Okay, now that's... that's a bit difficult. Oh, rook h6, yeah, okay. And king e5, you have to play g7. Wait, king... and this, the idea is what? Just move the king and rook g4. Ah, nice. Did not see that, obviously. And g7, there's just no checks, and even this doesn't work. And there's nothing. You can take, but then whatever. There's just nothing. And this queen takes. Okay, so I mean you can defend this now, kind of, but not really. Also, the king is very unsafe. Yeah. Okay. That took... okay, one more. Isn't this just a piece? Am I missing something? Definitely, but so there might actually even be something like this. So I can see a piece. Oh, wait. We're already down a piece, so that's not good enough. But maybe this is still good enough. Maybe I take there and this. No, but I can't really use the knight. Okay, so take. Queen g, let's say g5. King has to go to h1. Don't think that's it actually. I mean, it might be. I mean, it pretty much has to start with knight takes f3, but then I don't see it yet. Yeah, it has to be this. Let's put that on the board to make it easier to calculate. This is a mate threat, which is hard to defend. Does moving the rook work? So far, yes. Okay. Here, here, rook moves. Oh, I get this. Yeah, that's mate, right? Yeah, that gets that walks into mate, I think. Check. Here, check. Here, check. No, it doesn't, because I don't have this. So there's a bishop here, and the king is here, and my queen is there. The rook is gone, like there. My knight is also gone. But there's nothing there. Okay. It's getting really late, actually. Getting kind of tired. Okay. Yeah. Queen g5, move here. Only move. Wait, is it? No, right? I mean, it's still the same issue here. I can also just take the knight and then try to get a mate going. Probably not. Probably not gonna work. There's too many options. Okay. Oh wait, what if I'm just fast? Like, check and then this. You can defend like that. F5. That's the only defense I can see. But now my knight is suddenly, well, not, well, still under attack, so it's not that issue, not a thing. It doesn't matter. So check here, threaten mate. I threaten mate here, forcing f4, check, back. No. I mean, this threatens mate, but they can just take it. In either direction, doesn't matter. I mean, this is a perpetual if they take. But maybe they just don't have to take, and then there's nothing, like king h1. Yeah. I mean, okay. It's probably that. Don't see anything else. This probably check, king back, and then rook f6 maybe. How do you defend that? Ooh, I think I found it. So I have to go through there. And queen g6 also should work. I guess not. Okay. I really need to analyze this. Why does this work? I mean, you have to play king h1 obviously, otherwise it's at least perpetual and apparently even mate. Ah, okay, and then you just set that up. But like, oh, and then rook f6. Okay, so my plan was something. There was something here. And what I played, king h1. Yes, I saw this. And then, rook knight e2. I missed knight e2. I can also, like, take the knight here, though. Oh, but then it's just... But then rook e1 and they get out. Oh, they have to find bishop takes f5 even. Okay, that's pretty findable. And they get... Okay, it's still very close. And now I'm down a full rook and I have to just give this perpetual. And there's... Yeah, you can't even run. Okay. Unfortunate. Okay, but it's close enough. I'm gonna do this maybe later as well. If this gets more than 0 views basically, because that we'll see. Yeah, we'll see about that.